everyone. Hi everyone. Today's energy is top notch. Why? Like, I think it's because I'm turning a new year soon actually. So like my tempo is usually very high. Sometimes it gets mellow, then it gets super high. It gets mellow because obviously I have time to inflect. I assess myself and be like, God, you gave me a word last year. What it is that I have done? What have I done with the word that you've given me? And what is it? What is the new word you're gonna give me? I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to share 5 things I've learned in the 25 years of me living on earth, right? I'm doing this video because obviously I'm turning a new age in a couple of weeks, actually in a couple of days, and I'm super grateful for what God has done in my life. Obviously, like when it's time for my birthday, I think like there's this moment of quietness, inflection, and then after the inflection is done and I have really thought about, like, reviewed myself and reviewing myself also in the lens of what God would have me do, or the word he gave me last year, and what I've done with it and what I can still do. And then it now moves to the upbeat, hey, I'm turning a new age. And then I think this time around it's like, you know, when you're growing up, there are some ages that you were so happy to be, like obviously 18, 21, 25, this age, then 30 and 40 and maybe 50, but like those are like the ages that you expect. So at 26, I'm grateful for life, but it's like 26, I'm old. But anyways, here are 5 things I've learned in the past 25 years of me living on Mother Earth. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, please drag your friends as well because it's gonna be super interesting. So the first one I've learned, and I think I learned this the hard way, is the fact that life favors the bold. And this is not it. This has nothing to do with scriptures. It's just the fact that you need to be bold. And this is something that I knew it, but I even realized it more this year. The fact that sometimes you can be doing a lot of things, but because you're not bold enough to put yourself out there, you're not bold enough to talk about your work, you don't even rate your work as something, right? You don't get enough opportunities because of how you see yourself, first of all, and how you market the things that you're currently doing. There's a way you can package it, because I've seen a lot of people that don't even do as much, and the way they have packaged it, they're commanding a lot of, shmoney. So I really learned that life really favors the bold, and if there's something you're doing, if there's something you're passionate about, talk about it. No one is going to beat you. Talk about it. And about this, when I was reading Habakkuk 2 verse 1, we always like read 2 verse 2 talking about, write the vision, make it plain upon the tablet so that the person who is running will read it. But 2 verse 1 that says, I'll stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I'm reproved. Basically, it's just saying that you stand up on your watchtower. So there's a watchtower, there's somewhere you're meant to be standing on and say, okay, so God, what would you rather have me do in this place, or in this mountain, or in this sphere of influence? So in whatever mountain or anything that God has given you to do, please make sure that you're doing it well, because the people that are doing all sorts of things that are not even in the kingdom, they declare it boldly. So you're a child of God, and if God has blessed you this much, always say not to tell people about it. Okay, the next one is create your own opportunity. See, aside from life favoring the bold, sometimes you can be bold about some things, but then you can feel dejected because you don't have certain opportunities. I've learned to create your own opportunity, and this is something I started since when I was like a teenager. So obviously I love to help people, but I didn't just know how. And obviously sometimes people might not necessarily take a leap of faith. I was super grateful and super privileged to have people that believed in me. Shout out to my teen teachers. See, if you're in church and you're not involved in anything, you really need to service yourself, because that's the first place where you can build yourself. Church has the best place for you to shine your light, because you're in a surrounding of believers that can mold you and support you along the way. In fact, there's nothing better than the love of brethren, honestly. See, I think when you were saying how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity, it is like, I think and the psalmist was saying it was like a perfume or oil that drops from the head to the garments of Aaron. I'll put the scripture here if I don't know what it is that I'm saying, so that we don't quote scriptures wrongly. But to be honest, when you fellowship with brethren and when you do things with brethren, it brings forth much fruit. So if you don't currently have an opportunity to showcase your passion and skill, create one. I remember when I was a teenager, I loved helping people, but I didn't know how, I didn't know where to start from. And I started from my local community, from my local church. And then I decided that education was something that was really, really prevalent. And that is like sometimes the root cause of so many issues and rivalries. And I also discovered that love covers a multitude of things. So I started this initiative called Straight Out of Love, which impacted thousands of people. Honestly, it's like I created that opportunity. It wasn't even a foundation. I was just gathering people, my classmates, my friends in school. Like every summer we would go and do a program, and it was amazing. I had fun while at it. I learned a lot and I impacted people's lives. So I created that opportunity. And when I was done with my master's, I decided that obviously it's education I wanted to focus in, and that's how Cedar Tribe Foundation was formed. And then obviously after that, I discovered that some people need to work in purpose, and then that's how Life Manifesto was formed. So sometimes create your own opportunity. After the life you've already built, sometimes a lot of people won't give you the chance, so take the chance on yourself and create your own opportunity. That's number 2. Number 3, love covers a multitude of things. See, I kind of touched about this in my second point, but let me widen it further. This is a scripture, but the truth about it is that sometimes love, you're just going out of your way to help someone, can maybe the next thing the person was meant to do, the person was meant to steal something, and that's how the person will be caught and thrown in jail. But you're just loving up on someone and giving someone either what they need or the support that they need, makes them see life in a new light. It just makes them believe in themselves again. And I think that there's not a lot of love going on around in the society, and to be honest, love covers a multitude of sins. It can make you, even if your sibling or someone is making you feel angry, if you love them so much, you wouldn't want to curse them, you wouldn't want to do anything that maybe the devil is suggesting to you in your head. So truly, that's a very strong point that I've learned. And to be honest, if you don't love your neighbor as yourself, that's like the second commandment that God has given. So really, I don't know what you want to be doing, but it's very important to God that we love other people. And I've seen it very evident that truly love can turn a man's wrath away. Even you just saying sorry, somebody's blood can be boiling, but you just saying sorry can just make everything just. But then, yeah, I think that's my third. My fourth point is embrace your seasons. See, guys, there are different seasons in life. There's time of abundance, there's time of lack. One thing I've learned is that in whatever season that you're in, it's good to ask God, what would you rather have me do? And to be honest, is to make best use of it, because it's not going to be forever. That's one thing I've learned. If it's a waiting season, COVID was a season, everybody was at home. What did you do with your 2 years at home? Do you get? And now the time is over, and I don't know if the world would ever have a pandemic again, but that season, if you are single, embrace your season, have fun, live a wholesome life. I literally had a bucket list of things I was gonna do before I get married, and I'm so happy I ticked most of them out, or if not all. So whatever season you're in, learn to embrace it. Stop complaining, regardless of how hard and difficult it might seem. I preached a message about times and seasons. I'm gonna leave it down in the description box, or even if I might post it after this video. But that is something that I have learned, and I think it was worthwhile sharing. Now the next one is authenticity. Staying in integrity with yourself. Sometimes we stay in integrity to our company's core values, our friends' ideas, or people's regulation, and we forget to stay in integrity with ourselves, integrity with your core values, integrity with what God's word says about your life, or integrity in what you believe in. To be honest, the truth about it is that be authentic. Let them be able to carry the currency of your name to the market, and the value will not shift, right? Because they know that this person has built worth into their name, and that worth can be gotten from how authentic you are in whatsoever it is that you're doing. Having integrity as well pays. So make sure you start building your reputation from now, because to be honest, that thing, your reputation, integrity, and social capital, how well you work with people. In fact, integrity is a currency in social capital. But anyways, make sure that you live in integrity with yourself and you're authentic to the core. My last video talked on authenticity, what I wish I knew as a teenager. So please, you can watch it again. I might leave that in the description box. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. These are the 5 different tips and things and lessons that I've learned in my 25 years on earth, and I hope it blesses you. Please do share with your friends and families, and if you want to listen to my times and seasons message, do stick around. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love ya. Bye.